Hi VC, hope you're all well. I thought I'd make another video. It's been about a month or so since did a video of new stuff, so this is what I'm listening to, if you can hear it. This is Afro Temple by Sabu Martinez. This is it's a reissue. I picked it up from Sounds of the Universe down in London, probably early December I think. It's a nice album. It's obviously he's a percussionist, and from what I understand, reading a little bit about the record, he had his own Latin percussion school. I think this record was made by him and the students at that school. But it's an interesting record. I bought it purely on the back of the cover. You know, he's got a camel. Do you know what I mean? Bongos and a camel. So I figured probably be a winner. But yeah, it's nice record. Yeah, it's worth a listen. Right, new stuff. A couple of 45s. Shirley Nanette, All of Your Life. This is a reissue. I think it originally came out mid-60s on a small regional label in the States. This was put out a couple of years ago on 7-inch by Truth and Soul. And this is a really nice track actually. It's her vocals very similar to Marlena Shaw. It's got that sort of feel to it. But I'd recommend checking it out on YouTube if you get a chance. Shirley Nanette, All of Your Life. And this is something that I heard online before picking it up. This is Veli Junas, who was a Estonian singer. These are a couple of recordings from I think 80, 81. The first track is a cover of Feels Like Making Love. The Eugene McDaniel song. Roberta Flack did it. And it's a really nice version, so worth checking out online again if you get a chance. Right. This is an African record. I think it's Nigerian. I think it's the 70s. Idowu Anamasawan. I mentioned before that I bought quite a few bits from the same seller over the last 12 months, and I had this from him. This is quite cheap. I think I paid about a £5 for this. The reason why I picked it up, I did check it out online before buying it. It's got a lovely fuzz tone guitar going throughout the record. So it's got that sort of, you know, 70s what sort of sound is it? It's not quite Afrobeat, but it's got this lovely guitar going, I say, throughout the album on every track. So it's worth checking out if you get a chance. There's several similar albums from this guy. I don't know a great deal about him, if I'm honest with you, but yeah, you see him on eBay now and again, and normally 5 or 6 quid. So yeah, worth a look. Right. This is something that would have been shown on the VC many times, I'm sure. This is the first Kool and the Gang album. I've got most of the Kool and the Gang albums from certainly all the 70s stuff. I've got some of the 80s stuff as well. I've got to say, I'm quite partial to their 80s, cheesier stuff, you know, I've got no problem with that. This is it's their first record. Obviously it's dead funky, many of you will know this, it's been sampled to death. But it's always proved elusive to me, I must admit. It's on the Delight label. I picked this up off eBay, second US press. I've only paid a tenner for it. I'm not sure why I got it so cheap. I looked on Discogs and it seems to be going for a lot more than that, so I'm sure that somebody out there will be able to tell me why I got it so cheap. It's in great nick, but am I missing something with regards to the press? I don't know, but anyway, great record. Right, another funky record. This is Eddie Sene, Step by Step, guitarist, instrumental album. It's a nice record. It's on the Sussex label, which I always associate with Bill Withers, those First couple of Bill Withers albums are pretty much perfect. Dennis Coffey, of course. They both quite records, great records on Sussex. And this is, I think, 72, right, 72. So I think he did another couple of albums on the same label around this time. But yeah, worth a listen. Right, slight change of style here. This is Mark Almond, Jax. It's a covers album of Jax Brown music. I really like Mark Almond. I like a lot of singers, I suppose particularly British singers, who sing in their own voice, they've got their own vocal style, so likes of Paul Weller, Edwyn Collins, Billy Bragg, so Mark Almond, that sort of stuff. That very, I suppose, very 80s, very almost regional British vocals. Now all the other artists just mentioned there, they are predominantly known for their songwriting. I think Mark Almond's a bit better known for his interpretations of other people's music. You know, obviously the obvious songs with Soft Cell, Tainted Love, or What, they were both you know, previously Northern Soul tunes from the late 60s. And same with a lot of his solo stuff as well. Stuff like Days of Pearly Spencer and Jackie, of course, you know. But this is, I say, all Jax Brown compositions. It's a nice record. I say I love his voice. The songs that I knew on here were songs that I'd heard covered previously by like Scott Walker or Bowie, you know, stuff like My Death in particular. And he does a great version of them. But the only thing I'll say is that those, particularly Scott Walker recordings, you've got those lovely, that lovely big orchestra behind him, you know, providing the music. This is more electronic, so you know it's keyboards basically. So it's not quite as effective, but his vocals are great. But yeah, worth a listen. It's not something I'm going to play every day, but an interesting record. I also picked this up, Magazine. I think this is their 4th record. I think this might have actually came out after they split up. I think it's 1981. Certainly Howard Devoto left the band by the time this came out. I had a quick look online actually, and I think it was a bit panned at the time by the critics, but I've played this quite a lot over the last few weeks. It's a nice record. It's very of its time. It's very 1981, but yeah, I really wanted this record, and I say I've played it quite a bit. But yeah, worth a listen if you get a chance while you see it. Right. Similar period, Devo. Yeah, Freedom of Choice. I think this is their best record, so I only paid a £5 for it, $4.99. It's got the singles on it like Girl You Want, Whip It, of course. Yeah, great singles. I've never owned this album previously, you know, some of the others I've had on CD before, but this, I've never owned this record before. Great record. Again, I've played this quite a lot over the last few weeks. You know, many of you will know this. I always associate Whip It with Beavis and Butthead. It must have been played on the side, I don't know, but yeah. But it's yeah, good record. Glad I picked it up, but give it a listen if you get a chance. Yeah, it's on the Red Virgin label. And I think the Magazine was on the same label as well, unless I'm mistaken. Right, last couple. Kinks, Sleepwalker. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you'll see that the last couple of months I picked up quite a few Kinks records. This is from '76. This is a real change in style for them actually. The previous 4 albums had that real sort of English music hall sound, or a little bit vaudeville in places. This is very much going for the American radio market, but still it works. It just goes to show what a great songwriter Ray Davies is. Just to bridge those sort of styles. But yeah, I'd really recommend this. This is original press. I think it only cost me a £5, and it's a lovely copy. But yeah, I'd definitely recommend this if you see it about. And likewise, very quickly, another Kinks record. This is Everybody's in Showbiz. It's a double album. The first record is a studio record. which contains Celluloid Heroes, a single from that time, which is a fantastic record. The other record, the second record in the set is a live album, mainly containing stuff from the previous couple of albums, so Muswell Hillbillies and Lola, and that's a nice little record as well. I noticed that the track Lola was on it. I think it's the last track on the live record. So you're thinking, oh, you know, it's going to finish with you know, a big finish, and basically it's the most ramshackle version of the song you've ever heard. It's just basically the crowd singing the song. I don't think there's any vocals from the band at all. So yeah, I don't think you get away with that nowadays. But yeah, a nice record. As I say, I bought a few Kinks records over the last couple of months, and I'm just getting more and more into them. So I'll be looking out for more, no doubt, over, and I'm sure I'll share them with you over future videos. But this period of sort of 70 through to the mid 70s, 75, 76, I'm loving all this stuff, and it's stuff that I've purposely avoided previously. So yeah, I think I'm actually enjoying it more than the 60s stuff. But there you go. Right, finally, a little bit of Rare Groove, Maze. I bought a bunch of records from a charity shop about a month or so ago, all for 99p each. I'll perhaps show some of those on another video. This is a nice record. You know, it is what it is. Again, I've played this quite a bit. Say for £1, I wasn't going to argue with that. Yeah, anybody who knows Maze, Joy and Pain, that sort of stuff. Yeah, you know what you're getting. But cool. All right then. Thanks for watching. Cheers.